Here we have the Zombicide Iron Maiden expansion packs. They're mostly Zombicide. They actually do have some other games. Massive Darkness, Cthulhu Death May Die, Ankh, Rising. This one has one for Rising Sun. But mostly the various versions of Zombicide, you can put them in. A lot of Survivors and Abominations. I guess we'll get started with pack 1 here. There's like a little sheet thing. Oh yeah, the leaflet that explains the instructions. The back, so it looks like it's 4 pages there. Roaming Monsters. I guess this is for Massive Darkness. I don't actually have Massive Darkness. This is, I guess, for Ankh here. Should I open up that Massive Darkness one? And I'm just going to leave it closed. I'll probably open up the Zombicide ones because I'm sure I'll use those. This one's a little bent in the corner here. All battle cards played in Pharaoh. Eddie's region have a bonus effect. Assuming this is Rising Sun. Maybe not. Well, yeah, I think so. Okay. Unknown Monster. Guess this is Massive Darkness. Survivor cards and these Zombicide packs. Trooper Eddie. Charge and Run to the Hills. Undead Eddie. Home Defender, Die with Your Boots On. Cyborg Eddie. For Invader. Invader's the only Zombicide I don't have. Virus. Samurai Eddie. Flash of the Blade is his special skill. Another Trooper Eddie. This is for 2nd edition. Got Run to the Hills, Charge, and Born Leader. Cyborg Eddie again for 2nd edition. Infinite Dreams, Escalation Ranged, Full Auto. And you have Undead Eddie. 2nd edition. Die with Your Boots On, Matching Set, and Scavenger. Reaper Eddie for 2nd edition. Dance of Death, Jump, and Tactician. Pharaoh Eddie. Power Slave, is that all you've got? And Born Leader. Then we have some Black Plague cards coming up here. Samurai Eddie on that one. Flash of the Blade is the special skill. Reaper Eddie. You can hold a scythe in their hand. What can Samurai hold? I assume a sword. Yep. Maiden may hold a Maiden Japan instead. That must be a card in here. Reaper Eddie as Dance of Death. And then you got Pharaoh Eddie. This may hold a Fireball instead. So he can hold a Fireball and Power Slave. Alright, so what do we got here? We have 2 for Undead or Alive Abomination cards for Undead Eddie and Trooper Eddie. There. Abomination cards. And we got a bunch for Invader here. What are these? Yep. Abomination spawn cards, I guess, for Invader. Cyborg Eddie Abomination. Another one. Another one. Another one. Samurai Eddie Abomination. I guess these are all probably going to be the same. Let me look here. Yep. Then you have this item card. The Made in Japan. Which is a special item, I guess. You got 3 second edition. No, what am I saying? 5. You got 5 second edition Abomination cards. Undead Eddie. Spawns in a zone adjacent to the closest survivor. Players choose the zone and which survivor if tied. Reaper Eddie. At the start of the zombie phase, the survivor in line of sight closest to him is eliminated. Players choose if tied. His attack deals 3 wounds. Pharaoh Eddie. He cannot move or attack. All zombies activating the zone with no survivors perform 1 extra action. Cyborg Eddie. His attack has a range of 0 to 2 and deals 2 wounds. Oh shit. That sounds brutal. Trooper Eddie. All non-abomination zombies in his zone need 1 extra damage to be eliminated. The survivor who eliminates Trooper Eddie takes 1 wound. The survivor who eliminates Trooper Eddie takes 1 wound. That's all it says. I guess no matter how you kill him. Jeez. That's kind of brutal. And what we got next? We got an item. The Reaper's Scythe. This looks like it's for 2nd edition. It's a starting equipment for, I'm assuming that Grim Reaper Eddie. 0, 2, 4 plus 2. Alright, what do we have here? We have Black Plague. Pharaoh Eddie. Samurai Eddie. Reaper Eddie. It's a Necromancer. And then I guess spawn card. That'll give the other one gives the rules. This is the one you pull from the deck. And I assume a bunch more of those. Yep. Got a bunch more of the Reaper Eddie spawn cards. In fact, 5 more, so I guess there's 6 of those. And then you have a bunch of more spawn cards. You have Pharaoh Eddie spawn cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you have 1, 2, 3, 4 Samurai Eddie spawn cards. You have the Reaper's Scythe item card. And the Made in Japan. That's pretty good. You roll 3 dice. Off the bat, you roll 3 dice. Hit on a 3, 4, 5, or 6, but only does 1 damage. Let's take a look at the minis. Alright. Here's the Grim Reaper. The Reaper Eddie, I guess I should call him. They got stuff on the bases now. I guess Zombicide's up in their base game. Some sort of snakes and masked things. This is Undead Eddie. This is pretty cool. He's coming out of the ground. It'd be odd though to move that across the board. You know, as if he's coming out of the ground on every zone. That kind of doesn't make any sense. It's a Cyborg Eddie here. Getting my big fingers in the way. What is that thing on the ground coming from? Oh, that's a hand. Like an arm. Here we have the Samurai Eddie. Again, all these miniatures now actually have stuff on the bases, which is fairly new for Zombicide. We have Trooper Eddie. All right, so that is pack 1. Get all that put back. Now, the annoying thing here about pack 1 that I can see, there's indentations to put all the big cards, but these little cards don't actually look like they can sit anywhere. They're just gonna flop around. Normally, Cmon always had a nice place to put the little cards, so they wouldn't do that. But as far as I can tell, there's not really a good option here. I mean, I guess I can put it in like that. This is very odd indeed. I wonder why they've done that. I mean, you know, why is this bottom well so much larger than it should be? I don't really know. I mean, I guess once I sleeve it, will I be able to fit 2 across? Not easily. Once I sleeve it, I don't know. Maybe once I sleeve it, I can still fit 2 across and they would go in like that. Maybe. I don't know. May not fit, and that's still probably fairly problematic. Let's put it in there for now like that. Now we got character pack 2. Here we got another 4-page rules leaflet. It's the first page. Here's the second. And here's the third. And the back page. Wow, it comes out with this right on the leaflet is this giant card. Takes up the whole size of the pack. What is this? Is this for Cthulhu? This might be Cthulhu Death May Die. Is that? That's what I'm guessing. I don't actually have Cthulhu. So that is just guesswork for me. But I believe that's what this is. Then we have Mummy Eddie. What is this for? This is Not sure what the game is for. I guess this is for Ankh. Yeah, it has to be for Ankh, I think. Then we got 2 Massive Darkness cards. Bassist Eddie, and then the Shaman. Well, he's called Bard here. Shaman Eddie. Death or Glory or Bade Retro. So this is Undead or Alive. Asylum Eddie. Another Undead or Alive. Charge and Can I Play with Madness? Bounty Hunter Eddie, the last of the Undead or Alives in this box. Fanning and the Mercenary. Then you have a Invader card for Bounty Hunter. The Mercenary. Same skill name. Bassist Eddie for Cyborg. I mean, not Cyborg, for Invader. What am I saying? The Gallop. Killer Eddie from 2nd edition. Oh, wow. Killer Eddie has Zombie Link in red. You don't see that too often. Wraithchild, Escalation Melee, and Zombie Link. You have Bassist Eddie. The Gallop, Born Leader, and Shove. Shove's always a good one to have. Mummy Eddie. Heaven Can Wait. Dreadnought Walker. Bloodlust Melee. Asylum Eddie. Can I Play with Madness? Sprint and Shove. Another Shove. And then you got 2 survivors for Black Plague. Shaman Eddie. Death or Glory. And Mummy Eddie. He can hold a lightning ball instead. What can Shaman Eddie do here? He can hold a dagger. Mummy Eddie can hold a lightning ball. Heaven Can Wait. That is his thing. There we go. Let's see. We got Undead or Alive up here first. What are these? These are 3 Abomination cards. Bounty Hunter Eddie. Shaman Eddie. And Asylum Eddie. Then we have a bounty weapon. Thank God. One thing Undead or Alive could use is more bounty weapons. There's only 6, including all the expansions they have like 6 or something like that. But we got a new one here. Bounty weapon. Gain 6 AP in a single turn to get this one. Beast's Head. What the hell? It doesn't have normal numbers. Whenever you roll one or more 6, add 1 marker to this card. Spend 1 action and discard 3 markers to eliminate all walkers and runners in your zone. If this card is traded, keep the markers on it. Huh. So it's not actually a weapon. It's more of a special skill you'll get. And then we have Invader Abomination spawns here. We got 4 for Bassist Eddie Abomination. And 4 for Bounty Hunter Eddie Abomination. And the Invader gets a special weapon, the Beast's Head, which it looks, just glancing at it, looks similar. Similar to the Undead or Alive bounty weapon. All right, now we have 2nd edition coming up here. We got some Abominations. We got Mummy Eddie. We got Asylum Eddie. Bassist Eddie. Killer Eddie. And it gets a pimp weapon here. Beast's Head. Same thing as usual. Whenever you roll 1 or more 6, add 1 noise token to this card. Spend 1 action, discard 3 tokens. To eliminate all walkers and runners in your zone. If this card is traded, keep the tokens on it. So it sounds pretty much the same. This has got to be Zombicide. Sarcophagus. You know, this shows those there. And then you have that. I'm assuming the special rules will tell me about the sarcophagus because I don't really understand what that is. The sarcophagus card is used in Black Plague and 2nd edition, and I have no idea what it is. Mummy Eddie uses the sarcophagus card as described on his Abomination card. His attack deals 2 wounds. When he spawns, place the sarcophagus card in his zone. When eliminated, respawn him in the sarcophagus zone. The sarcophagus can be eliminated with a melee hit. Ah, well, that's kind of cool. I would think that'd be better with a token, though, than a card. Well, whatever. Now the rest, we get our Black Plague card. We get Mummy Eddie Abomination. Shaman Eddie. Necromancer. This is, I guess, just a rules card. You have 6 Shaman Eddie spawn cards. Four Mummy Eddie Abomination spawn cards. And lastly, a Beast's Head. The same basic rules. What is that, though? Is that, that looks like a normal item card. Or is it a vault weapon? It's gotta be a vault weapon. Can't remember what the backs of the cards look like. It's been a while since I played that. Alright, so now we got the miniatures. This is a, Shaman Eddie. And as usual, looks like for this, a lot of detail too in the old chest, sort of sunken skeletal area there where you see his ribs. And the base, I was like, they're continuing with the whole base thing. They got stuff going on in the base. That's pretty cool. And is this Mummy Eddie? It looks like Mummy Eddie. What is this? Looks like Asylum Eddie. All right. Which one is this called? Killer Eddie. Just your standard killer. Bounty Hunter Eddie. Makes sense for Undead or Alive there. Looking very westerny. And finally, for this character pack, Bassist Eddie. He's got his foot there on the bass. Or on the speaker, I should say. I I think of bass, I think of the bass speaker. But I guess that would just be a subwoofer. And that is everything in Character Pack 2. Alright, the one I'm most excited by is Character Pack 3 coming up here. It's got the Wicker Eddie. What is this other one? Fear Eddie, which also looks pretty big. Big Wicker Man fan of the movie. And so it's cool to have sort of a Wicker Man, even though it's like a homage to the Wicker Man. It's an homage to an homage. Well, it's not even an homage because it's official. It's an official reproduction of an homage. It's got a small leaflet here. And then we got some cards here. See, now this is what I was talking about. See, these little cards, they actually fit in there. You know, they don't slide around. I don't really understand why they didn't do that with the Character Pack 1 and 2. But in any case, you got these Roaming Monster Massive Darkness cards. So you got this. I don't know. Is this this must be Cthulhu? Death May Die. And this one. Or no, that's probably Massive Darkness. And this is the Cthulhu. I don't know. I don't know what that last one was. Is it Cthulhu or Massive Darkness? I think it's Massive Darkness. This one looks like it's Cthulhu. I don't have either of those games. I got this mainly for the Zombicide. Two for Undead or Alive. We got the Wicker Eddie. His attack deals 2 wounds. He can only be eliminated by using 2 dynamites on the same round. I think there's another Undead or Alive abomination that's kind of similar. I think it's the Crocodile or something? Fear Eddie. He cannot move. His attack has range 0 to 1. When he activates, deal 1 wound to each survivor in a corpse pile spawn zone. Then spawn 1 walker in each corpse pile spawn zone with a survivor, even if inactive. I don't quite understand that one. When he activates, deal 1 wound to each survivor in a each survivor in a corpse pile spawn zone? So does that corpse pile spawn zone have to be within 1 range? Because I gotta believe there's a good amount of spawn zones that are outside of any corpse pile spawn zones, and then he won't attack. Or I guess, I don't know. I guess that means he cannot move. His attack. I would think it's his attack has range 0 to 1. So he has a normal attack, normal abomination attack at range 0 to 1. So he can hit in his space, he can hit 1 away. How would you determine when there's quite a few different survivors? I guess the survivors would determine, the player would determine who gets hit by it, like, you know, like normal. And then in addition to that, you deal 1 wound to each survivor in a corpse pile spawn zone. I think that's how I would play that. Then spawn 1 walker in each corpse pile spawn zone with a survivor. Okay, I think that's how that would work. Then you got 2nd edition abomination cards. Wicker Eddie. Stack deals 2 wounds. Can only be eliminated by using 2 Molotovs in the same round, so similar. Fear Eddie. He cannot move. When he activates, deal 1 wound. When he activates, deal 1 wound to each survivor in dark zones. Then spawn 1 walker in each dark zone with a survivor. So a similar thing, but now we're using dark zones. Then we got Black Plague, Wicker Eddy. Same basic deal. Fear Eddy, he cannot move. When he activates, any survivor in a zone without another survivor takes a 1 wound. Okay, so that's how they dealt with that in Black Plague. And the rest are Black Plague Abomination spawns. You got 4 for Wicker Eddy. So I assume there's going to be 4 Fear Eddy. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is. Alright, so now you got the miniatures for that one. The Wicker Eddy. Can't even get his whole thing in there. It's all on fire. It's fairly close to the Wicker Man. Except for he's got the Eddy thing with the big teeth. If I remember right, I believe in Wicker Man, he was basically faceless. If I remember correctly. Not a whole lot going on there. Face. Then you got the Fear Eddy. I really like all this work on the detailed work on the bases they're doing for this. And that is character pack 3. All right, so if you online pre-ordered, you got this original Eddy. Comes in this little box. Should I open this? Shows you the character right there. And what is this for? This is Zombicide 2nd edition. Is that it? Yeah, that's all. It's a survivor and an abomination. 1 miniature, 2 cards. So yeah, you can see the cards floating around in the back there. The abomination card and the survivor card. And they came actually in this box here. They put like a little Iron Maiden logo thing on it, which is pretty much it. So there you go. That's Zombicide Iron Maiden.